Let's open this up to our panelists who are joining us on this big renaming India as Bharat controversy. Is it a mountain out of a molehill, or is it giving due place back to a name that's been associated with this ancient land for 5,000 plus years? Ajay Alok is spokesperson of the BJP, Matthew Antony, spokesperson of the Congress Party, Kanimuri Somu is Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament of the DMK, and Ratan Sharda, author and RSS thinker. Ajay Alok, you've heard all the opposition leaders of the India Alliance. They're all saying the same thing, that you are rattled. The government is rattled because of the popularity of the India Alliance. You want to change the narrative. That's why, unsuccessful at changing the narrative, you're now trying to change the name of the country. How will you respond?
Zaka, I just don't understand that what kind of a mental bankruptcy this opposition has. I mean, the day it was announced that we are going to have a special session of 4 days, then came the narrative that one election, one nation, one election, one nation, one election, attack on federal structure, blah, 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 blah. Now today they came up with, like President of India, when she decided to send the invite by saying President of Bharat, they came up with now they want to change the name. Where is the question of changing the name? Article 1 of the Constitution already says India, that is Bharat. These two are synonyms to each other. Where's the question of changing? So who's rattled? Jairam Ramesh started tweeting, and all the Congress party leaders, Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party, Tejasvi Yadav, all they started tweeting they want to change the name, Why they want to change? They are scared of India. Where is India? They are I.N.D.I.A. Ghamandiya. They are not India even. And why they are worried about the cultural nationalism of this country? When we say Bharat, it represents the cultural nationalism of this country. Don't you agree to that? And every fellow Indian will agree to that we are Bharat. And if we say Bharat, it represents our cultural nationalism. What is the problem in that? Why you are so allergic to the word Bharat? I'll tell you why. Because they want to change the narrative, what they started yesterday, and they want to run away from it. When, by Mr. DMK Skan, the minister, Udayagiri Stalin said that he wants to destroy, he wants to just finish Sanatan Dharma, and Congress endorsed it through Mr. Kharge's son Priyank Kharge and other leaders. Now they are just trapped in a catch-24 situation. And they wanted to change the narrative, so they came up with this Bharat and India. Otherwise, everybody in this country knows that Bharat and India are not different. They are the same. Bharat represents the cultural pride of this country, the cultural nationalism of the country. And if they are using it, it's fine. Why should I have any problem? Why they are so anti-Bharat? I don't understand.
Let me ask Matthew Antony of the Congress. Article 1.1 of the Constitution of India says India, that is Bharat. So the BJP and the government are saying, and we had one of the ministers also here in our town hall saying that both words are interchangeable. Just because we've not used the word Bharat in official communication so far for the last 75 years does not mean we can't begin to use them now. It is an interchangeable. The first line of the Constitution is India, that is Bharat.
Sakab, thank you for taking me in. Let me put this across that we have absolutely nothing against the usage of Bharat because, can you hear me? Sakab, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead. I can. Go ahead.
Okay. So,
I can, Matthew, go ahead.
Let it be clarified that we have absolutely no problem in the usage of the name Bharat in terms of, the country, because as per the Constitution, India, that is Bharat, is there on 1.1. And then you should also understand the history that many other names were debated in the Constituent Assembly for 4 days on Article 1, the longest debate there. And it was put to vote there, and it was B.R. Ambedkar's idea or his proposal, which was seconded and which won the votes, which made India, that is Bharat. The concern is where the exclusive usage of Bharat replacing India. That is where the concern is. And as always, BJP plays the cards. They will never say anything. They just put a snippet, UCC. Then, they put one nation, one election. It is a deflection from the real problems of this country. And I should also bring this to your attention that it's a very well settled matter in the Supreme Court from 2010 to 2016 to 2020 latest, where the Chief Justice of India, S.A. Bobde, and along with Justice Bopanna and Roy, settled the matter very clearly in the law that there is no need for change in the Constitution. India and Bharat is together there. And I'll also bring to this advantage that when Nehru proposed this to Lord Mountbatten about putting the name as India, it was Muhammad Ali Jinnah who was very against it, in putting the name India. And now the source is the history, India, a history by John Kay, page number 57. You can see this across. So, are we favoring Muhammad Ali Jinnah's request of changing the name of India to Bharat?
No, Matthew, the question
BJP,
again is,
just
if
like,
you are not
just like an
opposed, if you are not
uninvited
opposed,
wedding invitation for Narendra Modi, and then
if you are saying that you don't have a problem with the use of the word Bharat, and Article 1.1 allows India, that is Bharat,
usage
to
of
be
the
used
word Bharat is a
interchangeably,
problem.
then what?
Exclusive usage of the word Bharat is a problem.
But has anybody
Replacing
said?
India.
Has anybody
That is a
said?
concern.
Has anybody said that they are going to exclusively use the word Bharat? Has anybody said that they are
So then
going to
why are we
amend the
debating?
constitution in a way that the
It's-
country's
so
gazette
it is the media who's
notifications,
creating the hype and,
diplomatic
who else is
communications will
debating
all
that?
be Republic of Bharat and not Republic of India? Has anybody said that?
So it is you who's asking the question, and then we are replying that, we only have the problem in an exclusive usage of Bharat replacing India. And, we also say
Okay.
that it is because of fear of the Narendra Modi government to face the realities. You have a Manipur issue, you have an Adani issue, you have a price rise issue, you have so many issues. The farmers, I just heard, Piyush Goyal saying about the export benefits to the farmers. It is a blatant lie to the people of India, because to control the inflation, you're reducing your exports, you're putting export bans on rice and many other things. Basmati should be exported only at $1,200. Who will buy Basmati for $1,200? And the farmers are not getting the prices. So who are you lying to? You are deflecting the
Anyway,
entire,
let's not deflect from that. Let's stick to the
Adani
issue
corruption.
of the debate tonight, and that is this whole renaming controversy around India being renamed as Bharat. Let me ask Kanimuri Somu of the DMK. The name India, the BJP is saying and its supporters are saying, is a coinage that came up with the British. It is the British who came up with the name India, and of course the Constituent Assembly debated it, it ratified it. This was in 1949. For centuries altogether, this land, this ancient land, was always referred to as Bharat. So why not go back to the name which has the civilizational connect, which has the ancient connect to this land and to its people, instead of using a name which was given by a colonial power or a colonizer at that time? That's the argument the BJP and its supporters are making.
Good evening, Zaka. See, the name India has come to us as part of the Indus Valley civilization, which we all know way back dating to our history. Okay, one. Number two, Constitution 1.1 says India allies Bharat. Nobody refutes on that. And the same Constitution of India in 52 mentions President of India and not President of Bharat. Please make a note of it. It's President of India. Okay, we all know from 1949, September 18th, it was like Bharat allies India, India allies Bharat. It has been there. What was the whole nation doing all these days? We call it as INR, the Indian rupees. We call it Digital India. We call it Make in India. We name everything in India. The whole world knows as India. The G20 invite goes out in the name of India. And when we are calling for a dinner, suddenly President of Bharat invites it. What sort of a confusion are we producing to the world when we are having the big event as called by the Prime Minister of India, the big G20 which is happening here, and we right now suddenly have a naming ceremony for the whole country when we are known as India, and somebody, the next adjoining Pakistanis are always ready to pounce up with us with the Indian name, to take up that name. Already there has been a controversy. Why should we give that to them? Are we insane in doing it? So the whole ideology behind this, the BJP is scared of the India opposition which has formed against them, which is going to face the elections of 2024, because it would be named as India versus Modi, which he is not able to tolerate it any further. That is the big change which is happening all this, because everybody tweets, everybody in newspapers, everybody over the channel, it will be India versus Modi. That they are not able to take it up. When there is already Bharat, it is existing. Why suddenly you come up with an official invitation? The First Lady of the India goes with an invitation of saying President of Bharat. Do you think it is good in ratifying that? No way. Constitution of 52 says President of India, and we go by the Constitution as you had already mentioned.
So let me ask
Ratan
Ratan Sharda this. The point that the opposition is making is, one is this has come as a response to the India alliance, as Kanimori Somu was saying, the otherwise hashtags and the whole narrative would be Modi versus India. They want to change that. Now they want to make it Bharat versus India. Also the point that she made, it's the same BJP government that popularized Startup India, Skill India, Make in India, so on and so forth. And now suddenly are we going to sort of rebrand all of those programs?
Well, Zaka, nothing is certain. It was written in the constitution right in 1950 that India, that is Bharat. And we know there is a lot of debate, and after a lot of debate to come to compromise, this word was introduced. These people are talking a lot of Dr. Ambedkar. Dr. Ambedkar also said we will not insert secularism or socialism in the preamble of the constitution. They went ahead and changed the preamble. Who are they to talk about Ambedkar? Problem with I.M.D.I alliance is they take themselves too seriously. You think that by calling themselves ... alliance, people will be influenced? If that is so, then they are playing with the word of sacred word of India itself. Why should they do it? Now coming to more substantive issue, our mother was enslaved. The enslaver called her a different name, and now after she is independent, should I keep on calling her by the name that the masters gave us? No way. Secondly, as you rightly pointed out, Bharat is a very old name. It is the oldest name that possible of any country. Uttaram cha samudrasya himadrescha dakshinam varsham tat bharatam nama bharati yatra sadyati. That is one example of Vishnu Puran. I can give you examples of Markandeya Puran, Bhagavad Puran written in South. And renaming, okay, let me know, why did you change the name of Tamil Nadu? Please, can somebody tell me, why did you go for Tamil Nadu instead of Madras? Why did you change Madras to Chennai? Why did you change Calcutta to Kolkata?
It was done decades
from
before.
The colonial mindset?
It was done decades before. What were we all doing all these decades?
Whenever it was done. Point is, wherever
what were you doing? 9 years BJP was sitting, sir. 9 years BJP was sitting in the government. What were you doing for all the 9 years? Why didn't you change it? Why at this minute, when we had formed the constitution
let him finish.
India,
Let him finish.
Why after forming
let him finish. I'll come to you in 1 second. Let him finish.
Change it into Bharat?
But I think,
what were you doing for all the 9 years? You could have done that.
I think Ratan Sharda has a point in as much as 1 second, ma'am, please listen to me. Please listen to me. Ratan Sharda has a point in as much as Madras changing to Chennai and Bombay changing to Mumbai happened not so long ago. It happened in the 1990s. I think it was in 96, 97 that the names of these two cities got changed.
Tamil Nadu has happened way before.
Exactly.
Tamil Nadu, change of Tamil Nadu happened in 1970s.
No, the name of Madras to Chennai happened in 1996.
Tamil Nadu has happened way before that, not now.
No.
Way before that. Mumbai can be now, but Tamil Nadu has a way back.
Point is not when it is being done.
Please understand that.
Point is why is it being done? Point is not when it is being done. It can be done in 1950, it can be done in 1955.
Exactly, the same thing, Zaka, I'm asking you.
Point is not, point is not when it is being done,
exactly,
ma'am.
Zaka.
The point is why is it being done? What is
See, that
what
is
is
what
your
I'm trying to tell
substantive
you.
opposition
It is
to the
not,
why,
okay,
not the
you
when?
forget that. Okay, you just forget that. Now listen. What was the BJP doing for the 9 years? Why suddenly after the India has formed? What is the reason? No, once the India opposition is formed, the BJP has scared of it, and that's the reason for them to change it. That's the only reason to change
it. Why you
it.
rattled?
Please understand that.
See the way she is rattled.
Okay, 1 second. Let Ratan Sharda. But Ratan Sharda, the moot point being, the moot point
all
being,
of us want to go back to the root.
India,
so we welcomed all the renaming. Why are you opposing
has come from the river Sindhu. It goes all the way back to the Indus Valley civilization. It comes from the river Sindhu. There are multiple references to India and to Sindhu much before the British came. So why are you then making this into a colonizer versus colonized this thing? And of course, I'm not getting into the politics of the timing and so on. That's a different debate altogether.
Don't let us get back to Hind then. The Arabics called it Hind. They called it Hindustan. Are we going back to that? It was not called India by the ancient times. It was not. It was called Hindu. It was called Hindustan. Okay, go back to Hindustan then. I am saying Bharat was the name in all the scriptures, and India was created by British. That name was not in any of our Puranas, any of our books. What is Mahabharat? Are you saying Mahabharat is wrong? Even South's kings wanted to rule entire Bharat. Chakravarti concept was there from south to north. So we had this complete cultural unity, which you want to negate. So you will want to go back to roots in Tamil Nadu, but other people want to go back to the roots. We have a problem with that. So this mindset is the problem.